Greetings. I have no idea how long this hangout is going to go because I don't know how long I'm going to take it. I'm going to go over a whole bunch of different stuff. First, I've called this Liars, Lunatics, and Dumbasses. I'm going to start off with the liars. And it's just an example of the lie. I'm not going to go through all of the flat earth liars. This is just one example of one liar and one lie that's said by flat earthers. And I dare any of them to issue me a copyright strike. Okay, so here we go. This is Rob Skiba. I'm going to make sure the volume is up.
I say right at the top here, Enoch is a slam dunk for flat earthers.
No, he really isn't. He's a slam dunk for retarded religious zealots. Thank you, Rob Skiba. Lunatics. We're going to listen to a guy called Spurskimo trying to talk sense to the person on the screen that you see here, who is a lunatic. So, and we're going to listen, and we'll look at a little bit deeper into what's said. First, this is an adult man crying on a hangout that he has chosen to be on, crying. Okay? Wake up call. Grown men usually don't cry on camera on hangouts that they've started on their own so that they can cry on camera, which is exactly what this guy has done. And if you watch this hangout, you'll see he's actually done that. He starts up, it's all perfectly fine. Once he knows everything's good, he's like, right, good. Okay, I'm really upset. You're supposed to be a man. And yes, men are supposed to hide their feelings. Men aren't supposed to go, ow, that hurts, and cry. That's the difference between boys and men. And we're supposed to be hard. We're supposed to swallow that pain, not cry. We're not supposed to. Crying is the last, the absolutely cannot bear any further. Okay, not, I'm crying a bit because there are pedophiles in the world. Yeah. So we're going to listen to him.
Completely agree. Like I said, it's the in-between time until the goal. In between, how do we react, now? And I think we just have to think about what's going on. Otherwise, we lose control. If you lose control, you cannot think.
There you go. Spurskimo has just explained to him. If you lose control, you can't think. If you're vexed, if you're furious, if you're confused, you can't think.
Yeah, well, I thought, and I lost control because of it.
Right, so that's why you have people. Yeah, but that's why you have people around you, right, to think and to make sure that you don't lose control, right?
All right, so I can just go along and.
No, it's not about going along. It's about thinking.
Okay, so I'm just going to say this, right? Usually, the world used to be like this. When there was a man like this, and he had man friends, okay, if he behaved like this, the man friends would say, what the fuck is wrong with you? Okay, not, oh, please don't. That used to be the world where things were a bit more legit, where men were men and women were women. Now, some men are women, okay? We all know this. So, but just listen to what this dude says, this lunatic. Listen to what he says.
About planning, it's about preparing.
Planning what? How do you plan for this? How do you plan for this? Really?
He's talking about the fact that there are pedophiles in the world, which is a horrible circumstance, a situation that nobody likes. That's what he's talking about. He's talking about how to maybe resolve it, or at least resolve his own thinking about it.
What's your plan of taking down the justice system and the pedophiles?
Here's a thought. If you take down the justice system, then there's going to be nothing to deal with the pedophiles. The justice system does actually deal with pedophiles. But let's listen some more to the lunacy coming out of this dude.
How do you plan to take them out? Okay? I don't think you can. I think the only thing that can be done is a massive rage storm, and people just do it. And that's the only thing ever that will stop him. The only thing. There is no way to plan it.
No, there are other ways, Darwin. If you look at, for example, what Anthony's doing with the education system.
No, what Anthony's doing with the education system's a crock of shit. It's just scamming people. Like, you're going to go to the education system and say, hey, can you start teaching flat earth? And they go, yeah, all right. Hey, can you teach them that 9/11 was an inside job too, and that Kennedy wasn't killed by Lee Harvey Oswald, and that NASA's a scam? Can you teach them that too? Yeah, sure.
He could think about it. We as flat earthers could storm into every university, storm into every college, shut down the education.
Everyone, all the
Arwen, we could just say stop teaching. Hold on, we could say stop teaching this globe lie, this nonsense right now. We could storm in and prevent teaching.
I don't want that. It has nothing to do with it.
But this is to my point. I'm saying we're thinking right now. I'm saying we could do that, or you could have people like Anthony who's going through the education system, tackling things in the right way. Right now, you're saying there's paedophilia. I agree, it's everywhere. So how do we go about?
No, okay. This is a misnomer, and it's popularized by the media, who likes to have people vexed and distracted and confused. Paedophilia is not everywhere.
What do we do?
You take it out. There's no other way. You can't wave the freaking Bible in people's faces about it. You can't tell them it's wrong. No, it's wrong. Why is it wrong?
Yeah, but there are people like you. Hold on. There are people like you in the world, right? So if you expose the paedophilia, there are people who think like you, think like me, who want things done about this, right? So all we can do is expose these things that are going on. What more can we do? If we're violent, Arwen, what happens? We go to jail, right? So that's losing control. You're saying to just kill, just to storm.
Yeah, well, maybe I will go to jail over this shit. Okay.
Well, then how can you?
I don't think the people in jail are gonna.
Arwen, how can you operate?
Berserking over pedophiles.
How can you operate from jail, Arwen?
I could.
No, you can't.
You get internet in jail.
Wow. He's just said, I don't think people in jail are going to hurt me for going berserk on pedophiles. Like, you haven't got a clue what you're talking about. People in jail would hurt you for being a pussy soy boy. That's what would happen.
Do you think you'd be more effective in jail?
No, I'm not. Stop goading me.
No, I'm trying to support you and make sure you're thinking and with control, right?
I don't want control. I want to express this core. I can't sit on it. And I need to rage. I need to freak.
I need to rage. No, he's just a freaking cretin. So that's enough of the lunatics. We have lunatics in the flat earth, just like there are lunatics in the globe, okay? And to not highlight it and to mollycoddle and to, it's wrong. Just like deceit. If you see somebody who's deceitful, you point it out. You don't not point it out. Now, dumbasses, please pay attention at the screen in front of you. This is the famous Flat Earth Clock app that was initially conceived of by Stinky Cash. In fact, this is Stinky Cash's own video, okay? Stinky Cash, explaining how he thought of this. It wasn't David Weiss. David Weiss just capitalized on the fact that Stinky Cash told him about it. Brilliant, wonderful. Now, let's look at this. Where's the hand pointing? This hand, this absolutely correct, exact clock world, okay, because the Earth is this shape and the sun is a ball in the middle of the sky, or at least some kind of light in the middle of the sky that goes around in circles between the tropics, okay? Brilliant. This is the hour hand, and this is set for Vieques, which is in Puerto Rico, I think it is. Where's this hand pointing? Oh, it's pointing to just before 1. Okay, so here's 12. The hand goes round this way, okay? And here's 12 and here's 1, and it's pointing to, well, just before 1, okay? But wait a second. The time it's supposed to be pointing at is at 1:39 p.m. It's not even pointing at 1. This is wrong. And people not pointing out that even though the map is wrong and the theory is wrong, this app is fucking wrong. It doesn't even show the solar noon time of the freaking supposed AE world. It's not even pointing at 1. See? Just before here, about here it's pointing. It's supposed to be pointing at 20 to 2. Okay? And David Weiss and Globebusters and Jeronism and all the clowns who have promoted this abortion, because this, just bear in mind, the whole idea of a clock with the Gleasons comes from the film Back to the Future. It also comes from the fact that Gleason's map is supposed to represent time, which we see it doesn't really. It just has 24 hours and it has land masses, and there you go. Okay, generally, roughly speaking, maybe solar noons, maybe solar noons, sometimes, not all of the time, and it's all maybes. Okay, people promote this app and don't really discuss the distortions in it. So now I'm going to stop screen sharing. I will go back to screen sharing and show you some more things, but first I'll stop screen sharing. I will show you this. Okay, for the dumbasses out there like Stinky Cash, like David Weiss, like Jeronism, like all the other flat earthers who don't pay attention to this. Can you see? Look. WTF is this region? This is South America. What the fuck is this? All this other land? What is it? This is the Gleason's distortion. This is the AE distortion over the actual shape and size of South America. So guess what, dumbasses? When it's solar noon from here, there's not actually anywhere in the real world, because this portion of Brazil is here. Do you see? So if it's solar noon here on your clock, well, it's not solar noon here in the real world, you bunch of freaking dumbasses. And people not pointing this out, not highlighting, not repeatedly pointing this out, it's like people who go to the Sistine Chapel and not point out some of the errors there, which I'm going to do right now. Let me go back to screen sharing. So Stinky Cash, you messed up, dude. You messed up thinking that this is a representation of the Earth, you dumbass. Now let me see if it's this one. Yes. What's this we see on our screen? It's a work by Michelangelo, that genius. Brilliant. Okay, let's look at it. Why is Adam deformed? You might be thinking, well, he's quite well built. Never mind the penis being tiny, okay? Why is his head tiny? Yes, you've seen this before many times. You've probably not thought, oh, that's a deformed Adam there. And now the religious might say, no, what it's saying is his intellect is that. No, because God is deformed too. His head is too small for his body. Okay? So why is Adam's head too small? No reason. Why is God's head too small? No reason. What the heck is this God character doing, rolling around amongst naked children and a pubescent girl? What is this? Is this God rolling around with naked children? Look, here's a bottom. Ooh. What is this? This is perversion, is what it is. And it's in your face in the Vatican. Perversion. There's a grave where I live in Stockport. There's a Catholic church in the center of the town. There's a grave. I'm going to take a photo of it and I will show it in my next hangout. There's a photo of a grave. The grave is talking about a man who died of old age. And it explains about his 10-year-old wife who died in childbirth. Now, this is a grave that's on the way into the church, there for the whole world to see. So the idea that the Catholics or the religious have a problem with pedophilia and it's kind of a modern thing, it's like, you do realize the Sistine Chapel has got God rolling around with his arm around a pubescent girl, and the rest of them are naked children. So, Rob Skiba, when you talk about the book of Enoch, you're talking about this, the whole shebang of religion. Now I'm going to go back to the book of Enoch and see what, to him talking about the book of Enoch, which is a crock of shit. I showed it in my previous channels, okay? And after showing this, the reason I said I don't know how long this is going to go is because I'm a bit pissed off, so I'm going to engage with a little bit of humor with the Genesis, okay? Because the book of Enoch is not in the Bible. Instead, I'm going to go into the Genesis. So let's listen to what Rob Skiba, a Christian, devoutly Christian charlatan, says about the wonders of the book of Enoch and the flat earth.
I know many have strong opinions about the book of Enoch. Whatever your opinion may be on it, the fact remains it was well known to the authors of Scripture, to the point where Jude even quoted directly.
Whatever. Okay, this is all just hearsay and bullshit. It was, well, hey, why didn't Jude, okay, who, by the way, was a woman, okay, Pope Jude, why didn't Pope Jude say, let's get this ceiling pulled down. We've got a paedophile God. This is a paedophile God, people. So let's listen to more.
From it, while under the inspiration of the Holy Spirit. At the very least, it shows the mindset of the Hebrews, including the authors of the canonized text.
It wasn't written by the Hebrews. You're a freaking charlatan and you know it. So I'm now going to go to, oh yeah, the Genesis. Oh, before I do, let me just cover this, okay? This is a time in England when it is the time it's shown in the clock app for Vieques, okay? Here's the sun around the Tropic of Capricorn. Is a bit, not quite the Tropic of Capricorn. Here's the sun, okay? And when you look at the time, you can change the time. It's like, here's England. Oh dear, this doesn't quite work. The azimuth doesn't quite work. You see, north and south. And in the phone app, where's the phone app? Okay, here's England, here. There's a north and south, okay, to England. Well, it looks like the sun is, well, if you do a crosshairs, so you drop a line through the center, through England, and you do a right angle, you place a line at right angles, so you've got north, east, west, and south, okay? Well, it looks like the sun would be either completely, it would be northwest. Let's look at the azimuth of the sun, like in the real world. Oh, not visible, but definitely not northwest. And let's look at the sun here. Oh, here, over this way. Say, brilliant. Okay, this is the place that's on the clock app, on the FE clock. The sun's just here at this time. Okay, this is a time set, 1:39. Well, on the clock app, wait, where is it? It's not quite 1 yet. On this clock app that has been shown by Jeronism, by David Weiss, by all of those clowns, including this still, where in front of everyone's face, anyone can look at this and go, right, let's look at this. Okay, well, first, the landmasses are not correct, but let's pretend that it's just a distortion, mainly so it can just show the time. Great. Let's have a look. Okay, so the hour hand is nearly arriving at 1. Let's see what time it is. Saturday, November 24th. Well, it is 1:39 p.m. Shouldn't the hand be almost at 2? Like 20 minutes from 2? Oh, this is wrong. Isn't it, fuckers? So now I'm going to go to the Genesis and I'm going to mock the shit out of it.